Firstly, before this video begins, this video is brought to you in part by my good friends at PremiumBeat.com. Now, PremiumBeat is a royalty-free website for you guys to purchase all of your tunes for basically any sort of project, be that corporate, YouTube, you name it. They have an amazing selection of awesome songs. I've been working with them for years now, and they are just such an awesome team to support and be a part of. And if you're wanting a bit of music that sounds different from what everyone else is using online, I guarantee PremiumBeat will give you a unique flavor for your new video. I'm talking about boomerang shots. For those of you who don't know what boomerang shots are, they're essentially like they go forward and then back and forward and back. So I want to talk about how I do it, how you guys can do it super quick in Premiere Pro, and then upload it to your Instagram fam and show them all of your great, wonderful work that you've put into for your epic drone push, pull, inward, outward. Grab your shot of choice. Now, my shot is this shot here where we're all like standing here waving goodbye, saying bye. We'll just watch it. And the camera flies away, which I'm sure you guys maybe have a couple of these, but they're really, you know, fun, kind of stock footage-y look. But how you can make them look awesome is what we're going to do is we're going to make our in point. Now, I'm going to make my in point just as the drone is starting to fly away. I'm going to keep that movement. So make an in point, and then this is where I want the shot to end, right when it's fully wide. So I'm going to make my out point there by pressing O and then dragging and dropping the clip down into my timeline. Now I'm going to change the sequence settings to match whatever the drone shot was. Fun fact, I shot this drone shot on an SD card that was too full, so it recorded onto my cell phone, and that's why the quality looks like garbage. Give me a break. So the next thing that we're going to do is, as you can see, as the drone shot flies away, it's just long, it's boring, it takes a while, and using Instagram boomerang effect, you don't have a ton of time. So I'm going to start it off at regular speed, and then maybe about 2 seconds in, what we'll do is we'll press the speed up button. So what I'm going to do is make an incision here, and I'm going to do just like a cut time ramp. So now from this point, I'm going to speed it up. So I'm going to make my cut mark, and then I'm going to go into speed duration by right clicking and pressing speed duration. And I'm going to speed this bad boy up by about, let's try 5,000%. That's pretty epic, but let's just see what happens. Little too quick, so I'm gonna go back into my speed duration, and this is where you can kind of like tweak and finesse. If your drone shot was like really long or slow, you can speed it up faster. If you flew it away fast, you might not have to speed it up as quickly. So I'm gonna slow it down. Let's try 2,000%. Let's watch it. Much better. I like the pacing of this, so it just kind of zooms out, and then we get to that. Now, the next thing that you want to do is then find the point that you want to slow it back down to. So what I want to do is probably slow it down to about here. So I'm going to make another incision point, and now I'm going to go back into my speed duration marker and my speed duration settings, and now type in 100%. Now I'm going to put it back to regular speed. Boom. So now it goes from there to that, and then goes back to its regular speed. Now I'm going to make an incision point because I think the clip's pretty good about here. So that's where I want the whole clip to end. So if we watch it out one more time, it goes from there to that. And that's probably good. So that's about a 5-second clip. So this whole thing's going to be about 10 seconds in total. So the next thing you want to do is actually go into the clip that you've sped up. Now this is for Premiere Pro only, but I believe Final Cut has like drag and drop motion blurs. Go into the speed duration settings, and then you're going to go into frame sampling to frame blending. What that's going to do is create a beautiful little motion blur around the shot as it pulls away. Now what we're going to do is right click it and nest the whole clip together. And now the whole clip is nested. So if we watch it, it'll zoom out, and then it'll get to that point. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of keyframing. This is where you can get a little exciting, really interesting with your shot. So I'm actually going to start with it zoomed in. Now if you guys shot like 4K or 1080, you'll be able to do this a lot better because you can actually scale right in. So I'm going to scale in to about 200% at the beginning of the clip. That almost goes to like a nice close-up of me and Drew here. And now what we're going to do is press the scale. That's going to create a keyframe marker. And then I'm also going to start with a bit of a rotation. We're getting a little crazy here. Now that you have it scaled in about 200, what we're going to do is add a bit of a slight rotation in here. I'm going to do about 34 degrees. That just adds a bit of a Dutch, makes it look a little bit more interesting. And now what we're going to do is play it out to the point that you want it to straighten out. So about here. Now the reason why I'm going to straighten it out as it's zooming out is it kind of smooths out all of the motion and make it feel almost organic. So now I'm going to do is press 0 here, ka-ching, and then I'm going to go down into my scale and make it 100. And now if I press play, it zooms out, does the rotation, and does the little zoom out action. But one of the things that happens is the rotation sort of like ends on a bit of like a like that. So what we're going to do super quick is go into rotation, right click it, and click into ease in. That's going to make the rotation kind of softly go into its position. So now if we press play and watch it back, it goes into a nice slight rotation, and we feel good here. Now I think I'm actually going to drag out this rotation in the shot. I'm just going to slide it out a little bit further so that as it's zooming out, it's still rotating, and then once it finishes its full rotation, that's when the zoom out is completed. So boom, now we have this. It starts like that, it zooms out, and it's straight. Finally, how to boomerang it is now what we're going to do is Control C, Control V, and that'll duplicate the clip right beside. What you're going to do is press right click, go into speed duration, yet again our best friend, press reverse speed, ka-ching, and now you have a wonderful little boomerang. What we're going to do is export it for Instagram. So file, make our out point, press file, export media, and what I do is just sort of, since Instagram or whatever social media platform you're uploading this to doesn't really require a super duper high resolution, I'm not going to export it at like a huge file size, especially if I'm uploading it to my phone. So I like to just use the standard YouTube export settings. I like the look of it. As I go down, it's 21 megabytes. That's pretty small. We can probably make it a lot smaller, so I'm just going to change the bitrate down to 10. That makes it about 13 megabytes. I'm going to export this bad boy, and now you have something that looks like this. And now you can impress all your friends with cool boomerangs. You don't have to do this with drone shots either. You can play around with other shots, but adding a bit of like a keyframe at the beginning, doing a zoom out, and having a proper timed boomerang shot, you can get some really cool stuff. That's it. That's all, folks. I'll see you guys later. Keep making some great stuff, and I cannot wait to see the boomerangs that you make. You can tag me in them and post them up on Line Skis. That's about it. Have a good one. Keep it fresh. Keep making some great stuff. This is a very long goodbye. I'm very sad to say goodbye. Goodbye!